morning everyone. I'm adding in circle to some of the workout today. You could certainly use your ball instead of that, or just go through the movements without it, best that you can. I'm going to start straight away. I'm sitting with my legs crossed, but you could certainly have them out in front or even sitting on a bolster or cushion, whatever's comfortable. So I'm going to give my backside a little squeeze, grow another inch out of the floor, reaching my arms nice and long, shoulders are just lightly down and back. And taking a nice breath in and breathing out. Squeeze in on the circle, elbows go wide, breath in and out. So important to remember when we're using the circle is that we don't squeeze so hard as to bring tension to the neck. So it's like a, I don't know, maybe a 4 out of 10 on that circle. And then as you pull that circle in, press the breath out and peel that belly into spine. So I start to feel work through that chest, through the back. My belly's working. Another 3. And 2. Last one here, holding it in, elbows wide, breath in, and 10 little pulses. 2, 3, 4. Breathing through it. 3, 2, 1. Breath in. And again. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breath in. Last set now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. I'm taking my legs out. You could still keep them crossed if that was better. Breath in, arms long, shoulders down. And I'm just going to rotate out with a little pulse on my waist. Breath in. So I'm keeping a constant squeeze on that circle, but my pulse is coming through my torso. I'm trying to keep upright. Good. And wherever that circle is, so is my chest. So I'm not just bringing my arms around, I'm moving right through my brow strap line. One more each way. Good, same move, elbows wide, squeeze into that circle. Remember, the pulsing's not coming through the arms, I'm keeping a constant squeeze. Pulsing's coming through that torso. Trying to keep energy through the back of those legs. Good. And now arms come up, drop the shoulder, squeeze through that circle. So remember, this would be a nice alternative is the circle, is the ball here. Last one there. All the way down. Good. I'm going to come down all the way down into the mat. Going to pop that circle in between. Now remember, your heels still stay in line with your sit bones or the bony bits in your bottom there. Laying down, nod the chin in. And at the moment, don't squeeze that bottom. Just get those inner thighs working. So squeezing in, changing the shape of the circle, release 2/3. And I've got my circle about 5 centimeters in. And again, perfectly suitable with the ball. Releasing 2/3, using those inner thighs, deep abdominals, keeping that nice little gap underneath my low back, tail is reaching and touching down. My chin is just nodding in as well, collarbones open. Now I'm going to do 10 little pulses here. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release 2/3. Come back in. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Come back in. Pressing that breath out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release for a moment. Good. Now I'm going to start to add in my curling today. If you want to keep your feet down, you stay here. Today I'm going to start in tabletop. So I'm going to keep the circle there, floating up to tabletop. Alrighty, so for me, I'm happy to start here today. Linking the fingertips, hands coming behind, shoulders down. Take that breath in, breathing out, ribs to hips, head and shoulders peel up, squeeze into that circle, breath in, back down. Now of course you can do this part without the circle. Breath in and out. So I'm not even thinking about my knees knees squeezing in. I'm thinking these thighs. Pressing that breath out. Good. So exactly the same move if you're doing it with your feet down. I'm going to go for 10 of everything today. Good. And 9. And 10. Big breath out. I'm just going to add my oblique twist. Breath in. Breathing out. Squeeze in on that circle. Come up and across. Reach that right shoulder out. Rib cage out. Back down to the floor. Breath in. Breathing out. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Use that breath to wring out the waist and start to feel that side of waist come into work as well. If you get tired of that circle, you take it out. Breath in and out. We're halfway. Breath in and out. Remember, it's not the elbow flicking across. Think shoulder comes out. Oh, I forgot to count. Let's go another 4. And 3. And 2. Last one now. And 1. Good. Now I'm going to move my circle to my ankles. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do some nice little release first. Up, out, and around. Good. Changing directions. Good. Now, I am going to take my circle to my ankles. If you're just wanting to keep your feet down, either keep it in the knees or just have a rest from it. All right, I'm going to take my legs back over my hip line, reaching my arms out to a T. So I'm breathing in towards the arms, and then as I breathe out, I'm going to reach the arms in and extend the legs. Breath in, back down. Breathing out, ribs to hips, head and shoulders peel, squeezing in. I like often when my circle is to my ankles to turn my heels in towards that circle. Breath in and out. Breath in. So you could be doing exactly the same move, feet resting and squeezing into the circle, or just doing the arm line. Working on getting that beautiful curl each time. Ribs to hips. Head and shoulders peel. Let's go 3. And 2. And 1. I'm going to hold it there. Hands behind. Let your head come down. Bend the knees for a second. Now, an alternative here, if you don't want to do the full move, is to just come up to tabletop, and I'd like you to do toe taps or heel taps. If you're not up to what's coming, that's perfect. Alrighty. Otherwise, taking that breath in, breathing out, curl, reach, and extend. Alrighty. Now, squeeze equally into the circle first, and little crisscross down. 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. Now you're only lowering your legs to where you feel you've got control of that belly. It's not starting to dome out. Now you might lose the circle, and just start again if you do. In theory, if we press equally, it should be easier to keep that circle, but sometimes it does just happen. Good. And down. 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. And down. Alternatively, you could do like 5 of these with the circle, and then you could take the circle out and crisscross down. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, up. So that's what you could do. You could do maybe 5 of those if you need an alternative. We've got, I don't know, 2 more to go. And down. 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. Good. Last one now, and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. Beautiful work. Circle in. Let those knees melt into chest. That whole spine melts through your mat, down into the floor. Good. I'm going to have my feet come down. I'm going to roll over to my belly. Now, these ones, some of the trickiest part is getting the circle in the right place. So I'm going for the crease of my bum there. Then I'm going to find the back of my ankle. All right, now my pubic bone and hips are heavy, upper body's relaxed. I'm going to squeeze into that circle, and I'm going to pulse into that. And I'm squeezing my butt as well. I'm not just letting my hamstring do that. I'm squeezing my butt. Little pulses, little pulses. That's it. Keep it going. Little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a little rest. Good. So play around with it. As I said, that placement of it is probably the trickiest bit. So I'm going right for that crease of my undie line there. And then I'm trying to find my ankle even now, struggling a little bit. Now we're going to do another set. You could peel your thigh out slightly if you wanted to as well, and pulse in. It's not going to be a big move, and you want to resist sort of poking your bottom up to find the circle. Try and keep your hips down. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. Alrighty, changing sides. Have a little look. Squeeze into the circle a little bit. You could peel the thigh out a little bit if you wanted to, and pulse. Keep breathing through it. Squeeze your butt as well. Peel the belly up away from the floor. You could certainly do it without the circle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a little rest. Have a little rest. Good. All right. So you might start by letting the bum cheek lift, find that crease, popping it down, and squeeze. Oh yeah, that's getting there. Good. Little pulse, little pulse, little pulse. Keep it going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh yeah, that gets in. I guess you could always hold the circle as well. All right, now rolling onto our side, taking that circle in between the ankles. So if you're looking after low back, you might find all of this, you might have to do less reps, or you might need to do it without the circle as well. Alrighty, so let's find pubic bone, hips into the mat, tail nice and long and slightly tucked under. We want to keep this low back nice and long. I'm bending my knees. I am going to take my thighs just out of the floor and squeeze into that circle now 10 times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest the knees down. Good. Breath in. Peel that belly up. Squeeze your butt. Lift the knee up. Bit of that thigh out and squeeze into the circle. Neck is long. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. So it is important you give that backside a squeeze as well. All right, shoulders down. Breath in. Peel. Squeeze. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Now even this next set you could do without any equipment, just in the same movement. So same movement, we're going to extend the legs long. Already can feel this working. Let's go 10 little pulses or 10 little beats if you're not using any equipment. 10, 9, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. I'm going to bend my knees. We're doing 2 more sets. Breath in, breathing out, lift, squeeze, reach. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees and relax. We've got 1 more set. Breath in, breathing out. Reach the legs, squeeze the butt, and 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And releasing it. Amazing. Take that circle to the front. Bend the knees. Just let those legs windscreen wiper side to side. Good. Now, 2 options here. Doing this one with the circle horizontal is a little bit easier. It's a little bit less challenging on the shoulders and back, and there's not as much range to have to lift. I'm going to opt to do that one today, but vertical is going to be harder because you can see I'm already in this lifted position, and if you feel that's good for you today, then you'll go there. I'm going to keep mine out to the front, shoulders down, belly coming up towards my spine. Take that breath in, breathing out. I keep gliding my shoulders down as I reach the arms, and I reach all the way out through those toes and back down to floor. Breath in. And breathing out, squeeze into circle lift. And down. So I don't want to lift my arms with my shoulders near my ear, so I'm gently gliding them down. Squeeze and reach. Breath in, back down. And down. And again, perfectly fine to do this one without any equipment. But if you're using the circle, do a little squeeze into it. And reach. Good. So a little bit easier with that circle horizontal. Good, let's go 2 more. And 2. I'm squeezing into that circle as I leave the floor, and then releasing back down. Good, bring the hands in, just float ourselves up. Let's just find a little bit of movement for that low back, hips. Good, changing directions. You could do anything that you liked here. All the way around. Good. Now this next part, you could do standing if that felt better for you, if you don't like to be kneeling, or even seated on the floor. We've touched on this little wing one, so I take mine just below my hip, sort of in between my hip and my thigh bone there. Open out the collarbone, slide the shoulders in. For me, I direct that elbow in towards the body, and then just little pulses. You could do it with a straight arm, and if you had little weights, you could do that same type of movement. I think I've opted to do a straight arm today. Little pulses, and you feel it sort of pop out to the surface underneath here. Focusing on breath. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Changing sides. Below that hip, above that thigh bone, open out and down. And again, if you want to have that elbow bent, I bring it in towards the waist a little. Good. So don't let the circle bounce out. Try and keep it controlled. So you're keeping an amount of tension on the circle the whole time. Or again, as I said, little movement with weights if you wanted to, or without weights. Squeezing your backside as well, leading up through crown. 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. I'm going to turn side on. Let's just find that hinge position first. So legs are reaching. You can have your heels together if you prefer. Remember, bottom is on, so is that belly, even though the movement is coming from that knee line. Alrighty, this is on for support to allow that. Now you might have a lot more range than me available, so find that range. Good. Now, going to imagine we've got a basketball here. Circle comes up, shoulders down. We're going to hinge back, bend, and then as we come up, explosively throw that ball away. Breath in, down, and up. Breath in, and up. Breath in, and up. Breath in. Now when you come up, you want a challenge coming up, but you don't want to fall forward. Breath in, and up. Breath in, and up. Throw that ball up to the corner of the room. Breath in. Throw it up. And 5, 4, 3. Throw that ball. 2. Now as we come up, we're going to stay upright. Bend the elbows. Hold it down. And squeeze that butt. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Going into our biceps. Flat part comes here. If you had a hand weight, go here. Shoulder down, elbow wide. Find tension on that circle and little pulses. Little pulses. Good. Relaxing through the neck. My belly's on, my backside's on. Good. Let's go 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Good, changing sides. Again, this could be standing, seated, whatever's comfortable. Here, shoulder down, elbow wide, and find tension, don't let it bounce up. That's it, so try not to flare the ribs, pull them down, little presses. Good, you could be energetic through the other side as well, reaching down and into side of body. Keep breathing. 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Let's put those little triceps and biceps together. So let's have diamond shape. Chest is going to go over that diamond shape. Step the knees back into plank. So when I come down, my chest ends up just over that diamond. Shoulders down, squeezing backside as well. You could tuck toes if you want or have them flat. Breath in and breathe out, upper one. Remember with our push-ups, any type of push-ups, we're trying not to drop our head down. And if this isn't comfortable for you, of course, just finish with any round of push-ups here. And my range isn't huge today, but I'm listening to my body. And 4, 3, 2, good, hold it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way back. Taking the knees wide, walking those fingertips forward, and having a beautiful stretch of any stretches that are going to make